Holy. What's up, Vanessa? Jonathan? Hypebot's in the house. Mary, Jose. Fire Fist. Okay. I had to think about that one before I said it. You just never know what you're going to read. Mr. Rosario, what's happening? Funko Hunko. Donald. Meg Stocker. There's a Gorgon in the chat. You just don't know who's going to join. The Gorgon. Not a demigorgon, just a Gorgon. De Ocho. Butwisted. Streamlabs is with us. That's our bot. Megaskew, Minnie, Meg. 2 minutes, calls out. 2 minutes? That's like an eternity. What am I supposed to do? Bad dad jokes or something? I don't have any prepared. Christine, Anthony.
1 minute, calls out.
Now, oh, yeah, that was a fast minute. Hey, for anybody watching, this might be a really good time to either host us or maybe go and give a sweet, sweet retweet to our tweet with this live stream going. Who knows? There might be a prize involved. Y'all know me. Sully's Riverboat Casino in full effect. Law cakes. We have an oyster in the chat. Aiden. Thanks for the host. Butch Wasted. Outcast Jeff. I feel like, Jeff, you have been an outcast for so long. Eventually you can come into the fold, right? Like, can you change your name? Luke, Dan Picard. Any relation? Oh, that's a great question for Betwasted. He can help you. I'm volunteering you, Ed. They want. Well, you're going to find out in Edema Minute, which is much shorter than an Uber minute. Millennium Panda wins for best name of the day. Callie888, who won a big prize yesterday, is back. Philippa Lee. Carol, what's up? How's Wyoming, Carol? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. They can see me? They can see us? There? What's up, Fanatics? How's everybody doing today?
Hi.
We're live again from Brian's office at Funko, so no, we're not going to show you everything around here. I am Sully, and I am joined by
Casey.
Casey is one of our artists here at Funko, and we kind of teased this yesterday, but we're going to do something really fun, something a lot of you have been asking for a long time. We're going to have Casey actually do a live sketch for you guys. We got another camera so we can see what she's doing. We're going to take suggestions in the chat in just a minute. So while we get to know Casey a little bit, why don't y'all think about what you would like to see drawn, and if we pick you, you're actually going to get the sketch that she creates today. So think hard and come up with some good choices. I know you said you like Disney and Marvel.
Yeah, I'm a Marvel Disney fan for sure. So
There you go.
my
Hint,
specialty.
hint for the chat. I already see you guys shouting stuff out. Not just yet. So Casey, how long have you been at Funko?
2.5, almost 3 years now.
Nice. Have you worked on any projects that you're really proud of that we may have in our collections already?
Well, I pitched the cube, so this is my personal favorite. a little, I don't know.
A passion project?
Yeah. I was pushing for D&D for a long time, so.
So y'all can thank her. So it's hard work, and we were all in awe of the gelatinous cube earlier. So let's see. What you're into Disney? You're into MCU. What's your favorite character from Disney?
Rapunzel. She's my all-time favorite princess. So, and then, do you want Marvel too?
Yeah. What do you got?
All right. Captain Marvel, for sure, and
Nice.
then Thor, obviously.
Oh, nice. Did you have anything to do with Bro Thor?
No, but
Okay.
that was great. It was fantastic.
It was fun, wasn't it? All right, we're going to turn to the chat now, and we're going to look for suggestions. So you guys thinking Disney, Marvel, something that Casey would like to draw. We're going to pick somebody at random, something I see come across. I'm going to shout a few out to you and see if that's something you want to do. I see a Deadpool coming across.
Oh.
That is, I am neither Disney or MCU. What else we got? Howard the Duck.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to catch back up with the one that we end up choosing.
A lot of Captain Marvel.
You
Captain
said
Marvel as a Disney princess. I like that one.
Oh, I could do that.
Oh, can you pinpoint that one? Let's see if we can find it again. If we can call out the name of that person, and the chat's going fast, so it might be a little tricky, but bear with us. This is our first time to do Virtual Con and our first time to do anything quite like this. All the pressure is on Ashley right now. Cue the Jeopardy theme music. I see some other fun ones. I saw Minnie go by. I saw that Thor. I don't know if they meant that Thor. Gamora was fun.
I feel like it's gone.
Is it gone? All right, we may have to pick another one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Iron Rapunzel.
Iron Rapunzel.
Could you do Iron
Yeah,
Rapunzel?
I could definitely
All right,
try and do
Eddie
Iron Rapunzel.
Milo on YouTube. You're our winner there. I really like that one. Sorry if you were the person that we hinted at and didn't get to, but Iron Rapunzel.
Yeah.
No, we can send him a chat. Yeah. All right, so
Cool.
we're gonna
All
we're
right,
gonna take a stab. Casey's gonna take a stab at Iron
Yeah,
Rapunzel.
I guess I'll just get started then.
I have nothing to do with the art part. Y'all wouldn't want me drawing. Yes. Okay. So do you have a standard approach when you draw? You always start with certain lines?
Yeah, I'm definitely I go broad and then refine. I took that from the, classic animation choice of doing like action lines and then building up on there. So, but usually with pops, you have to start with the head because they're so proportionally weird that you just gotta have it ready.
We're getting a sketch and a little lesson. You found it? Ashley found Eddie Milo, and we sent you a message, Eddie. So Eddie, follow the instructions in the message that was sent to you on YouTube, and then we'll work on getting your sketch out to you. It's not going to happen tomorrow, Eddie. We got a lot going on. We'll do our best to get it out in a few weeks. We're gonna have to have some food talk while we draw. Is that okay, Casey?
I love food. It's
We get
all good.
We get a question all the time. Wait, Dima has a question. You, sir, raising your hand?
Oh yeah, so like I said, the cube. I did all of the Captain Marvel collection, so that was like all the best stuff. And then what else did I work on recently that's been out? That's hard because we work so ahead.
Oh yeah, and you can't spoil anything.
Right, no spoilers.
Try y'all.
Jeez.
Well, do you remember the first figures you worked on when you joined Funko?
I don't remember my first pop, but my first Mr. Mini line was Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
And that was awesome. That was an incredible series of Mystery Minis.
The Pops and the Mystery Minis had such detail for those.
Yeah, I feel like we get away with a lot when it comes to Lord of the Rings.
Joseph says, I'm unworthy to see this. That's pretty funny. I see what you did there.
Oh, actually,
Little reference.
yeah.
And she's using the Funko app for reference, y'all.
It's got such complex armor.
I mean, I would be happy with what you've done already.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. I couldn't do anything near that.
You're just flattering me.
We had the little doodle challenge that we're doing internally right now, and I've drawn for each one, and I think they're getting worse each time. But I drew Freddie holding the bags with HQ.
No. You're supposed to get better with practice.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm going to stick with live streams and podcasts.
There you
Drawing
go.
is definitely not, I don't belong on the art floor.
In the doodle, I have not. I know, I'm ashamed.
She's going to turn this in, and poor Eddie's not going to get anything in the mail. Sorry, Eddie. It didn't go your way. I'm just kidding. Oh, I was going to get to the pizza question. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Casey?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes. Okay.
Well, that's all the time we have for Casey, everyone. I'm just kidding.
Look, my idol is Gordon Ramsay, and he doesn't like pineapple on pizza, and he's wrong, and that's just the truth.
And you hear that, Gordon? Yeah. Oh, can you go back to the chat? All right, let's see what else we got. Betwasted likes your answer about the pineapple on pizza. We got some pineapple emojis falling down.
Heck yeah. Pineapple's where it's at. Sweet
Ooh.
and salty.
Karubin says drawing's going pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
So we're taking it up with Firefist says this drawing looks amazing. So that's what we're looking for right there. Original Duffy. The pants from
Oh
Onward.
my gosh.
What a crazy pop that would be. Just the bottom with a light coming out. All right, so we got about no pressure here, but we got about 5 minutes.
Okay,
Can you be able to do that?
Yeah, I think I can. I'll start refining just to make it look a little nicer.
Thanks for the host, Sean. Average says this looks awesome. That's just a fun phrase. Somebody said do Gordon Ramsay. You'll have to check back for a future live.
Yeah.
I did see somebody say we should do this weekly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, y'all have heard us talk about this for the last couple of days, but we put this together in record time. But if you like some of the stuff that we're doing as part of Virtual Con, let us know. Not only put that in the chat, but tweet about it. Tell people what you're enjoying, because those are the kind of things that they see here and might act on. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Art live streams would be pretty cool, I'm just saying.
Yeah, right? Great job, Casey, says Lauren.
Aw. It's so inspiring.
Gruesome Knives says this is beautiful. Gruesome Knives is the one who drew Bad Boy.
Oh. Hell yeah. Oh.
Good company. If you guys get messages about not spamming caps or emojis or anything like that, you probably haven't done anything wrong. It's just we've got some new bots doing the filters. It may seem excessive, but it keeps things in check. Keeps it family friendly. Funko Pumpkin King says you should give them away as prizes. Well, guess what, Funko Pumpkin King? The person who suggested this is actually going to get this sketch, so you're kind of right. Heat Grimes is leaving. That's not allowed.
Doesn't sound like her.
Nope, not at all. Julie, hang around. Skip class. She's going to be on the art team here one day.
Says stay.
Vanessa says she does it so skillfully.
I try very hard to make it look easy. About 3 years now. So feels longer. I'm sorry? Oh, goodness. Well, I've always done art, as a kid, but what made me decide to go into it professionally was
Bills?
No, the opposite, honestly. No, it was, I watched Spirited Away when I was like 12, and that film was so beautiful. I was like, yep, okay, I'm gonna do that. Wow. Yeah.
So you knew from very early on.
Yeah, early on.
I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up.
Well, you got time.
Ooh, somebody said we should do a whole Disney Marvel mashup line. Not a bad idea. You're going to have to talk with whoever, not Bob Iger anymore. Who's in charge over at Disney? It's going to be up to him.
Oh yeah, they just changed
Him or her.
it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know who the new person was. I think it was a guy. I think I saw a photo. Another Bob?
Is it? They're just always Bob.
You know what one of the best things over the last few years was when they brought in the new, I think it was the head of marketing for Nintendo, and his name was Bowser. Did you see that?
What? Yeah. His name was Bowser?
You can't, yeah, isn't that amazing? Like, you can't make that kind of stuff up.
That's awesome.
I'm sure someone in the chat will correct me on exactly what the guy's name was and what his title was, but Beatrice just to say straight up B.A. I'm not going to say the words, but it was Doug Bowser.
Favorite pop of all time?
I don't know.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I mean,
What was your first pop that you ever bought?
first pop I ever bought was Hunger Games. Before I even worked here, I got the Hunger Games pops. Yeah, which is, I don't know, maybe shameful, but it's fine.
This drawing is amazing. That wasn't me. I was reading from the chat.
Yeah, okay.
I also love the drawing. I don't say GAH a lot. I hope GAH isn't an acronym for something I shouldn't be referencing. Somebody wants a Ghost Rider and Deadpool mashup? I mean, I feel like that's a thing that probably happened in the comics at some point already.
That feels real. That feels like something they've done.
Dead Rider. Dead Ghost?
Dead Rider.
Isn't that that's just, yeah, that's overkill.
I feel like it's possible.
Somebody wants Falsh and Freddy. I'm thinking maybe Flash. I'm not making fun, unless there's a Falsh character. All right, I think are we almost up on time? Yeah, we're almost up on time, but dang, I would happily frame that and put it on my wall.
I mean, I can pretty much call it.
You happy with it?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident about this. I know. I was like, you're never gonna get like a, yeah, this is it. Yeah. No, never, 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 never.
Eddie, I hope you'll enjoy a good photocopy of this because I'm going to keep the original.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just kidding.
It'll be worth
We'll be sending you the original.
so much money.
And you got to sign it too when you're ready. I think they'd
All right,
enjoy that.
I will. I'll do that next because I think
That's
I
beautiful.
can't mess with it more. So.
Tripp says such a talented young lady on the team. Sweet work.
All right,
Somebody
there we
wants to know
go.
what the pin is. What kind of pin are you
Oh,
using?
yeah. I mean, these are. I'm frugal, so these are just Faber-Castell and Artist Loft, Michael's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Easy to find.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank
Cool.
you, Casey. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Applause from the audience. Applause in the chat. Let's see some applause.
Well, thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Always. So cool.
All right, we're going to flip over to Chris is coming up next. I will steal this from my collection. I mean, for Eddie.
Yeah.
Check that out, y'all. So cool. Thank you very much, Casey.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. All right, we're going to take just a slight pause here as we switch over mics and get Chris up to do his sketch. So you guys start thinking about, we talked to Chris beforehand, and I know he likes anime quite a bit. So if any of you anime fans out there have any ideas, start thinking on those, and in a couple minutes we will prompt you. We'll be looking in the chat just like last time. You guys can challenge him a little bit. I've been following Chris on Instagram since I think I met him at Emerald City Comic Con last year. Did you sketch it? I think he sketched last year. And yeah, amazing stuff. So you guys are in for a real treat. And I teased it a second ago, but we hear you're a big anime fan. What's some of your favorite anime?
Yes, actually Dragon Ball got me into it initially.
Are you sure? Uh-oh. Gonna check the pack real quick. Read out on the little screen there. Yep. We're good? Okay. So we were talking about anime. Chris is a big fan of anime, and you were telling us what you're into.
So Dragon Ball initially got me into drawing, and now I'm like really on the My Hero bandwagon and all kind of the current ones like Demon Slayer and all that. So really enjoying those.
Awesome. Have you been responsible for some of the figures that people have in their collections?
Yes, mostly all the current Dragon Ball and My Hero pops. I've been concepting. So
that's a lot.
Yes, it's a pretty huge line, but it's definitely a dream come true because that's all I was drawing as a kid. So
that's amazing. And I know I follow you on Instagram. You want to drop your Instagram handle for people to follow you?
Yeah, sure. At cmetzner.com. The .com spelled out.
There you go. Yeah, amazing stuff. You do some of the sketches in like not real time, but sped up.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I love watching that.
Thank you. Thank you.
But now we're going to do it in real time.
All right. Yeah.
For one lucky fan. So you guys, you're probably already dropping some ideas. Drop in the chat what you'd like to see Chris draw, and then while he's drawing, we'll ask him some additional questions. But we'll be looking, and maybe we can find something good here. I'll throw some out, and you let me know if it's something you want to do. Oh, and by the way, y'all know if you watch my unboxings, I can't pronounce any of the anime names, so this is going to be fun. All I can say is strong hair game. Oh, okay, this I can do. Goku as Superman?
Goku as Superman? I'm all for
that?
it. Yeah.
All right, can you see if we can find that one in the chat? It just went by. Let's see if we can find it. There's Super Cyan. I almost messed it up. All right, he's thinking as we try to find it there. I know it was there a second ago. It was on Twitch. I know that, so we could jump over to Twitch if we need to and find the name. Yeah. Oh, don't hold up. You can go ahead and keep
Okay,
going. Yeah,
all right.
We'll figure. Oh, somebody said
Funko fanatics for life.
Rice Balls says it was me. Was it you, Rice Balls, or are you just messing with us to try and grab an awesome sketch that's coming up? We know Rice Balls, so we can get away with this. Yeah, y'all confirm that for us in the chat. I know you guys that were on Twitch, you saw who put it up there, so help us pinpoint who it was so we can get the prize to the right person. Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming out in numbers to watch. This is amazing. So let's see.
Is it this one right here?
No, it was spelled. Yep.
Venomized Sully.
From Monsters Inc., right? Yeah. Okay. Did you put the E in there? That's what that was. So I guess we got to ask you the same question because it comes up on the Funcast a lot. Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
Actually, I do. I know it's controversial, but I think it's an excellent addition.
2 for 2.
Yes.
And
It was rice balls.
was it Rice Balls? Yes, I think that was him. So Rice Balls, we will send you a whisper in the old chat here in just a minute with details. You're on Twitch. Yeah. You got to do the /W. Yep. And then space, and then their name. And you should see it come up. There you go. And then from there on, it's just the message that we have. All right, Rice Balls, follow those instructions. We're off to a strong start here. I'm definitely getting the Superman vibe. And do you remember what your first project at Funko was?
It was actually the Wreck-It Ralph 2 line.
Oh,
That's
nice.
the first time I was able to kind of get into the concepting part of it.
That's fun. Did you have a favorite character from that line that you worked on?
Oh, Vanellope, hands down. Yeah, she was awesome, and it was fun trying to like nail all the different kind of candy coated colors in her hair.
Yeah. I know the first wave we did a Dorbs ride of her car.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was one of my all-time favorite exclusives. So cool. Yeah, that whole universe, that whole movie or movies, is just so colorful and vibrant.
Yeah, especially like the candy world. I heard that they like kind of built up real life versions of that. Oh,
Siri's trying to get in on the live stream. How dare you? All right, I'm going to go to the chat here and see what we got going. Oh, we still got some suggestions coming in. If you guys hold on to them, we're going to have artists throughout the afternoon come in. This wasn't just 2 people. We're going to be doing this for a while. So keep holding on to those ideas and then pitch them when we get to the next artist. Mr. Rosario is like, the way Sully looks at the sketch. I am amazed at what our artists do. Honestly, I think I've talked about it before, but I'll walk on our 4th floor where the art team is, and I walk just as slow as possible to look over their shoulders at what they're working on. It's always amazing. Plus, it's usually a preview of what's coming. Yeah, then I just have to remember not to say anything. Julie's back. Welcome back, Julie. Olaf Funko says, William Duffy. What did Rice Balls do? Asked Lowe's. He's the one that shouted out the idea of doing Goku Superman. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. I pronounced things right. Yeah, just by virtue of being able to pronounce it was why Rice Balls got chosen. Somebody had a question there about the pencils that you use.
Oh, just a regular mechanical pencil from Target.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're nice and cheap.
We're bringing in all this expensive gear and lighting and cameras, and you're plopping down with a $1.99 mechanical pencil.
Yeah, dude. Get a Target pencil and follow your dreams.
Shout out to Target. We got Mr. Rosario says, Target pencil, yes. Nerdsmithing is headed to Funko HQ right now. We'll have fun down there. It's probably going to be a busy day, but there's some fun stuff down in the store. Someone said you could use a pop pen. That'd be almost too on brand. Oh yeah, what is the purpose of the glove you have on? I was going to ask about that.
Oh, this is actually for we use Wacom Cintiqs, and it just makes me like able to glide across the screen better without getting it all kind of like sweaty and stuck to it.
Interesting. And maybe helps with not smearing the pencil here while you're drawing too?
Yeah.
Who's the longest working artist at Funko? You know?
Would probably have to be Rob? No? Kelsey? Darcy. Is Darcy going to come draw at some point? Not on our list? Okay. Let's see, Prague was asking first pop you designed, which I think we talked about a little bit. It was the Wreck-It Ralph 2 stuff.
Yes, and then I pulled the manager over and I was like, I'm a real Dragon Ball guy. You probably want me on that project. And then he helped me out there.
You got to ask for what you want.
Yeah, and that's kind of the great thing about Funko is they let you work on what you enjoy.
We got some more suggestions coming in. I just saw Skeletor Donald Duck. That is twisted, and I love it, and I'd love to see it. Someone asked, is this Goku as Superman? Yeah, it is.
How do I get a job at Funko?
I just saw, that's a great question. Somebody asked about getting a job at Funko. We do have a careers page. So if you go to your old Google machine and type in Funko jobs or Funko careers, it will come up, and I'm pretty sure we're always hiring at this point. Funko's growing leaps and bounds. So you guys, if you're interested, get out there, do it. And do you have any recommendations for artists who might want to work at Funko? What should they do?
Fill out sketchbooks. They really like seeing like actual traditional art inside of your sketchbooks, just to prove that you're exercising that muscle, because it's all about getting the gesture down in the pose right.
It probably couldn't hurt to have a nice Instagram account where you're sharing your stuff, especially your actual live drawings.
Yes, that's very important, and that definitely helped me out too.
Venomized Tigger.
Oh, you might like this. Sully, Monsters Inc. as a Whataburger employee.
Oh, well, that someone knows me. Whataburger. Yeah, if you're from the South, it's Whataburger. Up north, where you've never had it, it's What-a-Burger. Kimmy-ish says, hey-o. Rice Balls, who suggested this, is already a fan. He loves the drawing.
Yay, I'm so happy. Thank you, Rice Ball.
Just fun to say, isn't it?
Yeah. It's probably what I'm going to have for dinner, too.
I'm looking for more fun questions from you guys. What can we ask Chris while he's sketching? We got just a few minutes left with him. Oh, Shannon says, wow, he's amazing. I don't know if that's a reference to your drawing or you, but either way, I think it's a win.
Thank you, Shannon.
Are there other mediums that you create art with?
Ooh. Yeah, right now my kind of process is I'll digitally draw it out just because it's easier, or to sketch it out. I'll digitally sketch it out just because it's easier to get the pose down, and then I'll print it out. And then I'll add a low opacity, and then I'll ink and color over that digital sketch. It's an interesting sort of process, but it definitely helps me get poses that I'm not able to capture for because with traditional art you need a lot of like erasing and whatnot, but in digital art you could kind of like lasso and move things kind of the way you want.
I've seen that some of your Instagram, you'll sketch and then I'll see the whole thing turn.
Yeah.
Which I think's amazing. Like you can't really do that on your paper after you've gotten started if you're doing physically.
Yeah, it's a nice little hack, if you will.
Someone wants to know, have you ever sketched on an iPad?
Yes, that is primarily what I only sketch on these days.
Good question. Who would win in a fight between Lord Beerus and All Might?
Oh, that's a hard one. I want to say All Might because he's my favorite character, but logically I feel like Lord Beerus would probably kick some butt there.
Another question I asked because I could pronounce the name. Harry Potter as Batman would be so cool, says Mudcat. Eeyore as He-Man. Well, you guys are really creative. I love this.
What's your favorite burger?
Oh, that's a good one.
I had my first Impossible Burger like a couple weeks ago, and I think I'm on that now. I think I'm going to start tackling Impossible Burgers.
What do you think Impossible Burgers are made of?
I have no idea, but it looks like meat, so I don't know how they get it to taste exactly like it.
They're making fun of me.
Orange bird, I like that.
They're making fun of me because I had the Impossible Whopper, and then I was
Oh, that was the one I had.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was super good.
Yeah.
Jobs be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've been back to Burger King in many years. They got me with the Impossible Whopper. And their onion rings, pretty tasty. Hello Kitty as Magnum PI. That's out there. I love it. It's amazing. And the Detroit Tigers cap. Yep. All right, I think
Julie is leaving now.
Julie's leaving again. Julie, come on, make up your mind. We got 3 minutes left. All right, sweet. Hope that's not too much pressure. Looks like you're rocking and rolling.
Let's stick the Daily Bugle in there.
Nice.
And then probably
Buzz Lightyear as Captain America. That's a good one. Somebody asked, do you do sketches on comic book covers at cons? You ever do anything like that?
done a few, yeah. Yeah, I've got some pretty fun requests. Like, there was one with Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man, and they were like at a dance party or something, and that was definitely a challenge. But that's the fun thing about doing sketch covers at cons is you never really know what kind of requests you'll get.
Do you have any favorite cons that you go to do that?
Lilac City is the one in Spokane that I will kind of attend a lot.
Down to one minute. I love how you guys are able to hit these marks on the time. That's amazing. I know, right? Like, you should do this professionally, probably, Chris. If only we knew of a place.
Right?
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, we are about speed. Moving, moving, moving. It's like when you go to a concert and you end up watching it through someone's phone in front of you, and then you realize, oh, I could just look on the stage.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times. Or the side screen, you end up looking at that and you're like, oh, but they're right there. I could just watch that. Amazing. You guys go ahead and start a round of applause in the chat for this. This is absolutely amazing work. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
We appreciate you taking the time with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that is amazing. After he's done up here, we are going to take a little pause as we transition over to our next artist. So just bear with us. It's a good time for a bio break or a snack, whatever you need to do. Snacks on snacks on snacks. And that's probably going to be one of our questions is which snack are you eating? So you might want to get that in order. I see somebody just wrote clap. I like that. I don't need emojis, just clap. We're still getting other suggestions. You guys have some great ones. Oh, thank you, Tanner. Dropped your Twitter handle in the chat there, so or your Instagram handle, so people
Tanner,
can follow
thank you.
along. Ooh, do you have a favorite Emerald City Comic Con exclusive from this year that would have been at the booth?
I think the cell with the lightning. I mean, I might be a little biased, but
Did you create that one?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's an update. It's an update to the older one. So
Chris, I like your hustle.
I'm just a diehard Dragon Ball guy. What can I say?
I mean, and his name is Chris, so I mean, you already know things are good. We have a theory that with all the people in Hollywood that are named Chris, we should just have a Chris Con.
Oh my
We've been
gosh.
talking about it on the Funcast for a long time now.
I'd be all for it.
Only if your name is Chris can you work it or go to it. And then still, we can fill this thing. It would be no problem. Awesome.
right.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you, Chris.
Thank
One
you.
more round of
Thank you.
applause. Yeah, this is great. I'm going to steal this and send a photocopy to our winner. Okay, I'm only doing that joke twice. We're done with that. So awesome. All right. We're good? Y'all hear us? All right, we're back. That was a quick break. I hope you got your snacks ready because we're on to another round. We've got Vinny. Vinny, how long have you been with Funko?
3 years, I think.
Wow.
2.5, 3.
Got any favorite projects you've worked on since being here?
Oh gosh, I've got a lot. Some some of my favorites have been a lot of the My Hero Academia pops, specifically the Weekend All Might. I've also done, I think Roadhog was one of my favorites too.
Oh, nice. Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you have a preference today when we're taking suggestions, is there a fandom or certain thing you'd like to draw?
Specifically, I really like My Hero and Death Stranding, but anything like anime, video games, that kind of stuff.
Sweet. Well, we're going to turn to the chat then. If y'all have any suggestions for Vinny to draw, go ahead and drop them in there now. Once again, it's probably going to be something I can pronounce.
Freddy All Might.
Freddy All Might.
Would that be a good one?
Sure. Yeah.
Freddy All Might it is. Chris Mazzacampo with Freddy All Might over on Mixer. Good call. And I'll give Vinny a second to get some drawing going before we start pouncing with the questions. But if you guys have any questions in the chat, I know I've seen some good ones about the pencils and pens that our artists have been using, how they got hired, things like that. Keep those coming. Those are great questions.
Speaking of, I just ran out of lead. 1 second.
No!
There we go. We're good.
I mean, if that's the worst issue we deal with today, this is Funko Virtual Con is a win.
We're done.
Look at that. Ashley's become a real whiz at the whispers. That is not a Walking Dead reference.
A little bit shaky. That's fine.
It's all good. I mean, the backup plan would be one of us sketching. We did that at Emerald City Comic Con last year, and boy, some people got some real nice stick figures from me. What'd you draw, Ashley? Pickle Rick?
I did quite a bit.
We'll have to bring that segment back one day. Really.
We have our doodle challenge.
Yeah, shout out to the Doodle Challenge. That one's still going on right now, right? So if you through Monday morning, for those of you who would like to take a stab at drawing some of your own art, grab a Post-it note or a small piece of paper and draw up your favorite Emerald City Comic Con exclusive, and then put it on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag Funko Doodle Challenge. That was ended with a question mark because I was looking at Ashley to confirm. And you might get featured. We put together a little video.
It's only on Instagram and Twitter.
Just Instagram and Twitter. We'll pick a winner, and there's a prize involved, correct?
Yes. ECCC prize pack.
All right, I'm going to look for questions, but we do have to ask the standard go-to question to Vinny first, and that is, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely.
3 for 3 for you pineapple lovers.
I knew I was a rare breed.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't win them all.
Like, I'm not gonna. I won't yuck anyone's yum, but like, it's.
To each their own. How do you feel
It
about
belongs.
cashews on pizza?
I've never heard of it,
See
but
the double take? Bird Boy would not be proud.
Nope.
Vera Fanatic asked, I saw it go by just a second ago, what is the most difficult figure that you have worked on since joining Funko?
Oh my gosh. Probably the Mad Max ride. I did Nux in his car.
That was
and
amazing.
That was badass.
And the
Thank you.
packaging on that was so cool.
Oh my
too.
gosh, I know. The packaging was so cool. I wish I could have it was cool.
It was a true one-off, unlike anything we had ever done at Funko before, I think. And by we, I mean the artists. I just show up and talk to people.
It was the first car I've ever sculpted in my life, and I was pretty happy with it,
You
even though
nailed
it
it.
was a challenge.
We got a question. Did you work on any of the Emerald City Comic Con exclusives?
I don't know.
Okay.
Possibly.
You don't want to pull a Chris and say your favorite thing was the one you designed?
What's your favorite Girl Scout?
Oh.
The ones that they don't make anymore. There's like a lemon one that's really good that I
They were like
Loved.
smaller with like powdered sugar on it.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
then, like,
gosh.
those disc ones that are like nuts.
They're not as
It
good.
just makes
Yeah.
me want a real lemon square. I love a good lemon square. Someone asked, how old do you have to be to design at Funko? I would imagine just like legal working age.
Yeah, legal working age.
Need a degree or two in there.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the requirements are, but if somebody's an amazing artist, then someone's an amazing artist, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Our youngest artist
Really?
is 21? Is that what you said? Wow. I had no idea what I wanted to do at 21.
Yeah.
Curio5 says, it's on my shelf, I think referring to that awesome Nux ride.
Nice. Good.
Oh, Comic Zombie wants to know, what do you listen to while you work?
Listen to
Music, podcasts?
kind of a little of everything. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of true crime podcasts. Last podcast on the left. I've been doing a lot of like Sawbones, Adventure Zone. Oh my goodness, my lines. It's fine. But yeah, a lot of music. I listen to Igor. It's Igor with 3 R's. But a lot of like high energy.
Keeps you going, keeps you motivated.
Yeah. Kind of changes day by day.
Here's a random one. Air Eagle wants to know what your favorite taco toppings are. We haven't asked that one before.
That's I like beef tongue. Like that's probably kind of weird, but it's good.
I wouldn't say that's
cilantro, a lot of cilantro.
Oh, yeah. There's a place down in Houston that is much like the Soup Nazi in Seinfeld, where you go through the line, and if you don't do it right, you're out. And it's only like $1.50 a taco, but they literally have like 60 bins of all these things that you can get. And there's like ears and tongue and all kinds of weird stuff that I've never had on a taco, but should have tried it.
Yes, it's very good.
How long have you been an artist?
Illustration-wise, since probably like preschool, but with sculpting, I went to college for it, and that's kind of where I started with it. I've been drawing for some time.
A lot of doodling in the columns in your notebooks in school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All of the notebooks I've found since college and high school all have like something in there.
Julie's back. I think she's just leaving and coming back to get shout-outs now. Come on, Julie. Yeah, I think that'd be great for Throwback Thursday. Someday you should go back to some of those old sketches and share them.
Yeah. Maybe not.
You do a then versus now.
Yeah.
Like redraw the same character that you did way back when. Oh, shout out to Torchy's Tacos in the chat. Somebody knows what's good.
Sometimes. Yeah. I'm not a big tofu fan, actually.
It really depends on how it's cooked. We got a little place across the street that has like crispy tofu in their yakisoba.
Yeah, that's the way to go if you're gonna have
So
tofu.
Mac TDS said, shout out to Funko for helping the lottery winners so well. Yeah, we had a successful sale earlier today. Had a couple of stumbles, but we came through it on the positive end, I think. So congratulations to everybody that got in there and got some of your exclusives. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific, it'll go wide to everyone online with the remaining inventory and the shared exclusives that we've designated already. So be on the lookout for that. And good luck in your hunting with retailers for the shared exclusives. Looking for some more fun questions.
Have any comic books or made your own comic books?
No, I don't read comic books too often. Maybe I should. And I don't really do a lot of my own original character stuff. Like I don't write my own comics or anything. I mostly just do fan art.
Oh, somebody said the tacos down the street from you guys by the hospitals are amazing. That's Taco Book. I like Taco Book. Some crackling? Oh, you think so? Make sure my phone's not near the mic. Yeah, sorry for the audio issues, y'all. We're in a different area than we normally are, so you know how that goes. You get all set up and then find out there are things you couldn't have thought of.
What shows are you currently watching?
Ooh, right now I've been binging The Witcher. I've recently,
Thank God you're not mic'd.
You can probably hear me.
yeah. Gosh, I think I rewatched Breaking Bad recently.
Good call.
I've mostly just been playing a lot of Bloodborne when I go home. I don't watch too much TV.
You got to get into Better Call Saul if you like Breaking Bad.
First season of that, it was pretty. It was okay.
It gets better and better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're in the last season now. We got 5 minutes left, not to pressure you.
Okay.
Just to give you a heads up. Ooh,
No,
yeah.
I actually haven't heard of that.
So good on Netflix. They extended Jesse's story
Oh,
post the end of
nice.
Breaking Bad.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually sounds really interesting.
There's also a making of El Camino. Did you watch that? Yeah, they show the whole scene with the house where they tore it up. They showed like how they did it from an aerial view. Really neat. Someone said, have you ever tried a peanut butter burger? Oh, it's Cheesemo. My buddy Cheesemo. A peanut butter burger.
No. I say I'll try anything once, but that makes me nervous.
I trust Cheesemo, and if he says that a peanut butter burger is good, then I would try it. You had a roast beef sandwich once? Okay, I was going to say, where did this lead to peanut butter burger? But okay. We got some confirmations that El Camino was worth the watch.
Okay.
Someone said, I have them all the time. So apparently this is peanut butter and pineapple. All right, Agent Tony Stark.
Choose one. The Office, Friends, or Seinfeld.
Oh. Nostalgia-wise, Friends, but I mean, The Office is definitely, I would say, better.
Hot take.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know. I never actually watched Seinfeld.
Oh my god.
I know.
Dude, you're
I
in
know.
for a treat.
I know.
Start it.
Okay, I will.
You can start anywhere, really.
Do you think it's too dated now if you've never watched it before?
It's still relevant.
Yeah?
Even though some of the phone stuff doesn't really come into play anymore, you just think back to that.
Princess on Twitch, there's a longer name, said you should do and there's a bus tour in Albuquerque of the Breaking Bad areas. I actually have a buddy that was an extra on it, and he was a cook in one of the scenes right next to Giancarlo Esposito. And so on all the scenes with him, he's right next to him cooking. He didn't get to speak. Seinfeld is the greatest sitcom ever, says Legendary Seraph.
I'll trust you.
I mean, not overhyping it. I end up doing that. I keep telling people how good something is, and then they don't see it.
Yeah, I was more of a Friends, that 70s show
Oh, great one.
person. Yeah.
Someone wants to know what pen you're using.
Pen. This one?
Oh, no,
Oh,
your
pen.
actual.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pen. This is a Copic marker. I have way too many of them, but I decided just one would be fine.
I see at the shows there's always a booth that has all the artist pens and markers and stuff. Is this like from there?
Yeah, that was the one thing I was really looking forward to, was I wanted to buy out their Copics. But yeah, I've got a Pigma liner that apparently smears pretty badly if you don't wait long enough. Sorry. But yeah, just a mechanical pencil.
How are we on time? Got a couple minutes left?
Okay.
Or we're done? Okay, done. Sorry.
Perfect.
Hate to pressure you.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I can't.
Cool. Would you sign it for our winner? I know Chris Novacampo would love that. Awesome. Fantastic work. Applause, everyone, for the great work by Vinny. Oh, I like your signature, too.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool. So we will get that out to Chris in a couple weeks. It'll take a little while to get all of our shipments ready. But thank you very much for the time, Vinny. And now we're going to transition over to another artist. So we'll mute for a couple of minutes. Y'all give us a little time to pull it together, and we'll be right back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Sully here again at Funko HQ in Brian's office, and I'm joined by
Ellie.
Ellie. Ellie is an artist here at Funko, and you've been working here for how long?
About 3.5 years now, sculptor.
Sculpting. Okay, awesome. What does that mean exactly for fans that may not know?
I'm at the stage where the concept artist gives the image to us, and then we just transfer it into 3D design, and that's what gets sent out to factories to be printed.
So you work on those cool PCs where you have the pen on there and you can shift things around and add texture and all that kind of stuff?
Yep, Cintiq and ZBrush.
Yeah.
Someone said awesome sweatshirt.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. So we're going to do some sketching today. In just a second, we're going to turn to the chat and ask you guys if there's anything particular you'd like to see. Do you have any fandoms that you like to draw that might be like kind of your wheelhouse?
I'm a big fan of JRPGs like Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and just anything fantasy, really.
All right, there you go. So there's your cue. If you guys want to go ahead and drop some things in the chat here so that we can figure out what we're going to draw. And while we're looking for an answer, we did get a question about our Funko Doodle Challenge that we were just telling you about a minute ago. So if you guys want to participate, you can share your drawing that you did on a little Post-it of your favorite Emerald City Comic Con drawing to Twitter or Instagram. It doesn't have to be tagged Funko. You just put it out there, but make sure you include the hashtag Funko Doodle Challenge, and that's how we'll find it. So put your sketches out there. All right, we're going to look at our chat here and see what we've got. Yeah. Maybe you find one that you can hone in on, because they do go by really quick.
Eeyore as the Flash. Mickey as Boba Fett.
I just saw Ozzy Osbourne as Goofy. That's one of the most unique ones I've ever seen.
Minnie as She-Hulk. What do you want to do, like a solid character or like a mashup?
I love the mashups.
Yeah.
Half of these mashups are people I don't know.
I saw Link in pop form. Not a mashup, but a fun one.
But
Mickey
I
and
do
Walt.
love Link.
That's really
Yeah?
good.
You want to do the...
Mickey Mouse and Walt.
I
Freddy
love
as
Link.
Link.
Sure.
Freddy is Link.
like
I think
fun.
that was our one. Was that Mac TDS? I think that was the name I saw.
The name I saw was-
We might have had a couple.
I think there was two.
But you can go ahead and get started, and then we'll hone in on...
Can I Google up?
yeah, anything you need to do.
Oh, I don't do this. I don't know what Mac.
Oh, would you want to look up?
Wait, new tab. Nope.
All right, whoever put that suggestion out there, I thought it was Mac TDS. Was it Step Hill? Step Hill. That was the one. I must have combined lines in my head. Yeah, I see some other people shouting out. It's Stephanie. There we go. I just saw it go by again, and I think it was Mixer. Yeah. You guys help us out if we are wrong, where we can find Step Hill so we can send her the message to claim her sketch. There we go. Yeah, we're hitting you up on Twitch, Step Hill, so it looks like you're on there as well. That's where you'll get your instructions on claiming your sketch.
Make sure getting the hair right for him.
There we go. I find it really interesting. Each artist has their own completely different approach. We've got some nice sketches of Link in front of us here, some action figures and stuff that are fun as a reference. Step Hill said, "I'm so happy." It's fun. For you guys who don't know, at Emerald City Comic Con each year, we were going to have a couple of days where artists would be sketching in the booth in the afternoon. So this is something that could come up at future cons when we have them. If you do get the chance to come visit us, even if you didn't get into the booth, you can join us for those sketch sessions and come up and talk to the artists and have them draw out some of the things that you'd like to see. They're very generous with their time, and I think it's always fun. Last year I got Ben Butcher drawing Michael Jordan for a fan and did a time lapse of it, which is a word I struggled finding 10 minutes ago, but now just rolls right off the tongue.
But of course.
Yeah, exactly. That's how that goes. Sky Barstow says, how to enter. So Sky, what we're doing is just going through the chat when we get a new artist up and asking what you guys would like to see drawn. And if we pick your suggestion, then you get the drawing. We're going to be doing that for, I believe, a couple, or at least another hour this afternoon with more artists. So hang around, or if you got to leave, be sure to come back and maybe your suggestion gets chosen. Prague would like to know, what is your favorite Zelda game ever?
It would have to be. I recently played Breath of the Wild, and I love the game.
So amazing.
It's
awesome.
so good. But I also have to shout out to the Twilight Princess Zelda, which is the one I'm referencing off here. That's my first Zelda game, and it's one of the ones where I'm like, oh, Game Art could be a thing that I could go into. and really getting into 3D, it's 3D sculpting. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's something you enjoy, I imagine it's got to be a heck of a lot easier when you're working because you're putting your passion into it too.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes working here so fun is that you get to work on a lot of projects that you love and get to put all my passion into everything I work on.
Yeah, we heard Chris earlier talking about how he said, "Hey, I like Dragon Ball Z. Y'all should probably put me on that." And boom, we're just producing Dragon Ball like crazy.
Yep.
As
you wish.
Somebody asked, "What is Mixer?" So right now we're live streaming on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and Mixer. Mixer is another live streaming platform very similar to Twitch. It's owned by Microsoft. So if you'd like, you guys totally can do this. You can join us on all the channels, have them open in multiple tabs. For today, that doesn't come in real handy, but tomorrow we're going to have a live Funko Funcast starting at 4 p.m. and we're going to give away some amazing prizes. And we do not frown on if you want to be on all of the platforms at once, entering on all of them. No frowning at all. It just makes us happy because we know we get a lot of folks out there, and then it makes the numbers look even that much better. Mr. Rosario says, "Can't wait for the Funcast." Love it. Should be fun. We're going to take a lot of what we were going to do at the live at Emerald City Comic Con and work it into the live stream, but changed up a few things so that you guys could participate and we could have some fun with it. Is there a character, Vera Fanatic wants to know, is there a character you would like to draw most that you haven't got to do yet?
Oh, that list goes on forever.
Anything Nintendo?
Yeah, there you go. Narrow it down a little bit. I would love to do Final Fantasy, particularly like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII or Prompto from Final Fantasy 15.
Who knows? Maybe one day it'll all work out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Andy Barrick said, "Do you know if there are any plans to make Seinfeld or that 70s show pops?" I know when I was a fan, I would ask these kind of questions all the time too. But just so you know, for anyone who's wondering if we'll ever make anything, we really can't speak to it until we get approval from the licensor. So like if it's a Disney project, we can't talk about it until they sign off on it. But we do watch what you guys say in the comments on our social channels. So if there's ever something you'd like to see, drop it in the comments. And if we see it come up enough, we do suggest that internally. And who knows, it might happen one day. For years, The Office was one of the top things that people asked for. And it finally happened. So there's never say never. Anything could be possible, but we won't be able to talk about it until we get that legal sign off.
It's amazing the things that we can get a hold of sometimes for licenses. Is like things that we thought we never could get a hold to be able to work on.
Well, I'll see comments too from time to time. Like we just had Toy Fair and we showed off all the cool things that we're making for that, and one of them was Magnum PI, and so or the other one was Smokey and the Bandit. And somebody's like, was somebody asking for this? Yes, there are tons of fans for each of those licenses. Everyone is a fan of something. So just because you're not a fan of it, there might be a million other people who are. Golden Girls, I did not think would be as popular as it was, and it is one of our most popular lines of all time. Yeah, Bob Ross was super popular. So you never know, and it's fun that we do take more of the shotgun approach where we try many different things to bring in many different fans. We didn't ask you the ultimate question yet. Pineapple belong on pizza, yes or no?
Sorry, you're still outnumbered. Pineapple.
Another yes. 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Pineapples are winning.
Earthworm Jim up in the chat here asked how long the Doodle Challenge is going on for.
We are going through Monday morning. That's when it closes, so be sure to get your sketch in, I would say by Sunday evening, because we'll go through them all and pick our winners. If you haven't already seen it, I think we put our sketches of the ones that we did internally up already, right? So if you need some reference. We had a question about the Funko Doodle contest. So be sure to get those in by Sunday evening, y'all.
And say the hashtag.
And the hashtag, so if you post your photo to Twitter and or Instagram and use the hashtag Funko Doodle Challenge. You don't have to tag us in it or anything. Just make sure you use that hashtag. We search for that and we find all the drawings.
That's hilarious. Sorry, someone asked if I was the only sane person at Funko HQ. No idea.
Was this a reference to the pineapple on pizza? they don't know you very well. Ooh, Shane Tomalinas wants to know, will we ever get another fantastic plastic contest? Maybe. I don't see why it's out of the realm of possibilities. It was a great success with Tanner and his Bat Boy, so I think it could be very possible one day. Trader Grimm. Yeah, who was the artist on that one?
That is Chris
Chris Rimo.
And it's March 20th.
Yeah, that's right. We moved it back. So March 20th, you'll be able to get that one from artist Chris Rimo. So 2 already. That's amazing. What about something for people who cannot draw? We have giveaways all the time. If you follow us on Twitter especially, we do most of our giveaways there. But we also have the weekly Funko Funcast. If you give us a listen on that and follow the instructions, chance to win things like Social Media Freddies, Funcast t-shirts, exclusives, as well as tomorrow afternoon, we have a live Funko Funcast. You don't have to draw to watch. You can just dial in on any of these channels and watch our Funko Funcast for a chance to win some amazing prizes. We do try to vary up what we do for giveaways so that we give plenty of people an opportunity on plenty of different platforms. So just follow along is your best bet, and you'll see what we have coming. Vinny says, I can't draw, still submitted. I can't wait to see what you drew, Vin. Somebody in the office did the gelatinous cube, but instead of just making it a single Post-it note, they put Post-it notes together and made a cube and then drew on the front. I thought that was really good. Was it Bird Boy Brian? He's the multifaceted Bird Boy Brian. He can do it all. Do we need BDJs for tomorrow? Asked Jed. Bad dad jokes, yes. If you would like to send in bad dad jokes for tomorrow. You like bad dad jokes?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I get my humor from my
I got
dad.
a podcast for you.
Oh, man.
Here's the plug for the Funko Funcast.
This is what this is really all about.
Yep.
Individually pitching the podcast.
An elaborate commercial for the Funko Funcast. Yes, if you would like to send in some bad dad jokes, we would love to see those because we will read some tomorrow on the live. You can send those to podcast@funko.com. Or if you have other questions for us related to what goes on in and around Funko, things like the Funko Doodle Challenge, feel free to send them to that email address as well.
Afro Freddy asked what your favorite bad dad joke is.
Oh.
I mean, there's so many, but
I'll give one while you think about it. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh.
Nice. Oh, I went to a sushi disco the other day. I pulled a muscle.
there we go.
Yes.
Oh, you got a muffle.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Sully.
I had to do my Lucas Black impersonation in the Fast and Furious 9 trailer. You come off screen and you just kind of lean in and then you're right back out again. Ooh, Casera says, what console do you like to play your favorite games on?
Well, currently PS4, but PlayStation, usually. Grew up PlayStation, but also recently got the Nintendo Switch, so.
Did you play Animal Crossing?
I did in the past, so it's like I'm fighting, the nostalgia makes me want to play it,
Oh, you should.
so.
In case y'all
I
missed it,
probably
Ashley
will.
was asking about Animal Crossing. She is a little bit of a fan.
The new one looks great. It's very cute.
And Cooking Mama.
Yeah, the Switch is just a solid gaming console. I was really impressed with it. I thought when you docked it that the graphics on screen would be really distorted or something. They're still beautiful.
Oh, it's great.
Really, really impressive.
What are you drawing? Someone just joined.
Oh, drawing Freddy as Twilight Princess Link. The new hero time.
Yeah, it is. And going back to what I was talking about earlier, how each artist has completely different styles. We saw some sketch with pencils. You've used this blue pencil. Mm-hmm. Is there a term for that? What do you call that?
It used to be called kind of like, it was kind of something I picked up in art college is that blue color pencils don't pick up really well on the computer when you're scanning your art, and so you can rough those out, draw with a pen or ink it, scan it, and the blue won't show up as much. It's easier to get rid of, and I like to use that as a starter point as well for that reason.
I think it's cool. I see a lot of artists do that. It makes a lot of sense. Someone wants to know where you got the blue pencil.
Back in Savannah College. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design and sit down at an art store in there. You can probably find those, like even just a blue color pencil will work just fine.
Oh, good call. But the Funko Doodle Challenge, right?
Funko Doodles.
Oh, my bad. I've been telling y'all wrong.
Well,
So go
either one,
repost.
I'll look up both.
Oh, we'll look
Funko
up both.
Doodle's shorter, so.
Oh boy, I think we have a bad dad joke in the making. Someone says, what kind of bees make milk? And we'll all pause for the punchline.
Wait for it.
Piano Maple says, what you drawing? What are you drawing?
Oh, I am drawing Freddy as Twilight Princess Link.
There you go.
One of these days, or the more times I'm asked, the more I'm going to forget.
Carrio5, you can use either hashtag. We will look up both just to be safe, since I gave you one extra word on that hashtag. Quote Dreamy says, this looks amazing.
Well, thank you.
Air Eagle says Savannah Art College is beautiful. That's Savannah, Georgia?
Savannah, Georgia. It really is beautiful down there. A lot of good historic buildings.
Oh, and the answer, the punchline to the bad dad joke was boo bees. Had to slow that down. I got set up for that one. There you go. You got one over on me. Yeah, you know, I'm blushing probably right now. Yeah, there's a red filter he put on my cheeks on the camera. That's what happened. Yeah, now I can't read any more jokes unless the punchline's in the line, guys. You got me. Jessica Nicole says, wonderful job. I'm thinking that was about your sketch, not about my bad dad joke. We got 1 minute left. Sorry, sorry to pressure you.
That's all right.
Comic Zombie says, love the brush pen. Lines come out so cool.
Thanks. I love using the brush pen as well.
It just looks like you're actually painting.
It does. It is like, it gives the, for me, I like that feeling of a little more of, it's a weird way to say personality when you do it, because it's so reliant on pressure.
Oh yeah, you can have thicker lines, thinner lines. Somebody asking about the Crusaderette pop. We handled our pops here, Emerald City Comic Con, still for those things that they would have had at their booth, working with them, trying to figure out what they'll be doing with it. We don't have an answer for you right now.
The top shield. All right.
I think we're coming up to the end. Who was our winner on this one again? Was it Stephill? Yeah, that's it.
All right.
All right, and would you mind signing it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Stephanie, we already reached out to you so we can get your information. If you'll be sure to follow those instructions, then we'll get this one out to you in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Let's get applause all around. Thank you very much. And I'll hold that up. I don't know for showing. Look at that. So cool. Well, thank you very much. We're going to take a little pause. We'll mute for a few minutes while we reset it for a new artist, but we will be back, so don't run away.
Here we go now.
Welcome back, everybody. Sully here at Funko HQ inside Brian's office, and I am joined by another one of our amazing Funko artists here at Funko, and you are?
Ryan Frost. I'm one of the sculptors here.
You might have seen Ryan, we had him on a live game stream, what was like 22 years ago, it feels like now.
It was a while ago. Played some Overwatch and Crash Bandicoot, I think.
Yes, we did. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
So Ryan's joining us today. He's going to do a sketch for someone based on suggestions that we get in the chat. And while he's sketching, we'll ask him some questions about what he does here at Funko and his art style, things like that. We'll take questions from the chat as well, in case you guys have any. But we are looking for some suggestions right now on what he should draw. And you have a few fandoms, but one we were just talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, so actually, I don't know if y'all can see it, but a couple of my favorite projects as of late that I've done, I do a lot of some video game things. So we had Tracer for the new Overwatch 2 that announced, and then also Ritlock from Guild Wars 2 were a couple of my more recent favorites. The Ritlock was really awesome because I played Guild Wars 2 and 1 ever since the beginning, so it was super awesome and a really great dream project to be able to do Guild Wars. So that was definitely a fun one.
And you worked on a kind of a high-profile project here recently, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I'm part of the Star Wars team here. There's definitely a great group of artists, but I did sculpt the child, or Baby Yoda, as some might know. In there, the little potato.
There you go. Give it a good bobble.
Little sweet baby boy. Yeah, so he was super fun. This was quite the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all have heard about him, right?
We know a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I think a few people might have pre-ordered this one.
Really? Yeah. So yeah, he was
Were you excited
really fun.
to sculpt something that didn't have the normal pop eyes?
Yeah, we definitely change it up every now and then, especially if it's connected to the character design. We have talks about like how is the best way to translate the character design from the actual thing to a pop world, and that's always a challenge, especially like something like Ritlock. He's not your standard pop. So the child was definitely one of those ones that was difficult. But yeah, one thing you might have noticed is like how wide he is because of his giant ears. So we actually had to rotate the pop packaging to be horizontal instead of vertical because he actually would not fit in a standard vertical box. So we were like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what, I wonder. And I just rotated the box and it fit
worked
fine.
because
so
he's a little shorter.
Yeah, he's definitely yeah, he's fun.
All right, we're looking for suggestions. You guys got them rolling in? Yeah, we think our chat might have frozen, so we're going to do a quick refresh. That happens because you guys are so excited. We love it. It's awesome. Oh, yeah. Now it's back. Whew.
There we go.
Blaze of glory.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, when it slows down here in just a second. Yeah, that's awesome.
Be gentle on me.
Child.
I could definitely draw the child.
The child in the IG-11 backpack?
Oh.
Ooh. I feel like that's going to take
Too
more
much?
than 15 minutes.
That's a good
IG's,
suggestion.
The child is Spider-Man?
That would be funny, though.
We're looking.
So funny. It's always a great thing to see these in physical form after working on them for so long.
What about the
It's always a
child
treat.
in Mando armor?
Could you do that?
I could do him wearing the helmet or something.
Oh.
Want to do that?
Yeah, I like that.
That'd be fun.
Matrix Man 92
Oh,
on Mixer.
that's a good film you're referencing there,
Probably do
Matrix
that,
Man.
yeah.
All right, so you can dive in anytime, however you want to start. We got the camera over your shoulder there, so we'll pick up on some close-up zoom
Can
in.
actually use them as reference.
Nice. And while Ryan's drawing, we'll give him a second to get started and fire a few questions at him. But in the meantime, if you guys have any that you would like to have Ryan answer, just drop them in the chat wherever you're watching, and we might call him out. Yeah. For our winner on that one, which was Matrix Man 92.
Yep, they're already messaged him on Mixer.
Great. Yeah, check Twitch, right?
Mixer.
Was Mixer. He's on both. That's fine. So on Mixer, we sent you a whisper. Follow the instructions on there in order to get we get your information so we can mail you the sketch whenever Ryan's done with it. It'll take a little time. Give us a few weeks, but we'll get it out to you. Someone asked about more Thundercats pops. That's a great one. At first I saw just Thundercats pops. I was going to tell you we did do those way back when, but clearly you know that. I would reference the Funko app for anybody who's interested in Thundercats who didn't know that. And as far as more, I think it could be possible one day. Not confirming anything, but we do hear you, and we'll pass it up the line. Air Eagle prompting me with a pineapple emoji to ask the all-important question: does pineapple belong on pizza, Ryan?
I personally don't usually eat pizza with pineapple, no.
4-1.
That is, yeah.
We're back.
I respect people that like it, but that is not my particular choice.
Everyone's a fan of something. I'm not going to stop anybody from having pineapple on their pizza. I'm not going to take it. Another sane person says log cakes. Let's see. I'm looking for some other questions. How long have you been working at Funko, Ryan?
I actually just passed my 3-year anniversary this past month.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, February 13th was my very first day. I had a little notification on my phone that said 1 year year anniversary. So yeah, it's been 3 years.
Just before Valentine's Day. How perfect.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Overwatch character?
I play a lot of Sombra. Sombra is usually my go-to. I try to jump around on a lot of people, but I also sculpted a Sombra pop, which was fun. That was a while ago.
Oh, that's cool when it's one of your favorite characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I play her a lot. My top 3 is Sombra, Diva, and Orisa. Probably are my main.
And do you remember which pop or which project you worked on first when you joined Funko?
I do. Yeah, it was WWE wrestlers. Actually, I sculpted some wrestlers like Jericho, Sasha Banks, some folks like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a wide range of projects you've worked on.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely. We jump around and we try to get everyone on projects that they really like. And that's always a great thing for sure.
I'm looking through the chat, see if we have any more great questions. Oh, favorite thing that you've gotten to create while working at Funko?
Star Wars in general is always a really great project that I always really enjoy. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was little, and it always played like a really big part of my childhood. So being able to have a very small part in anything Star Wars is always great fun. Like the child. Yeah, so probably stuff like that. Overwatch is great. I do like Marvel. We're all big fans of like everything that we work on. But yeah, I'm a big Spider-Man fan and stuff like that, so that's always great.
Did you get to work on any of the Spider-Man figures that we've done?
I have, yeah. I worked on some Far From Home things, some Infinity War, or Endgame, and stuff like that, yeah.
Some great pops came out of those lines.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Somebody said a Marvel and Star Wars mashup line would be amazing. I completely agree.
That'd be
Disney,
interesting.
make it happen.
Guardians of the Galaxy show up at some point.
Ooh. I love the idea that somebody just confirmed the other day, I think it was Vin Diesel, that Thor will be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and that they might pull from the As Guardians of the Galaxy storyline.
That would be pretty funny.
I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like what they're doing with Thor. Like Chris Hemsworth is just so great at what he does with it.
And no one's had more of an evolution in the MCU, I don't think, than Thor. From the first movie being serious and not joking as much to just like it's dang near slapstick at this point with Taika Waititi.
Yeah. Well, I guess Chris Hemsworth, wanted to explore more of the character and do something new. So
Funko Hunko said you should make his ears pop out of the sides.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost don't have enough room.
They go off the page.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm looking at more questions, not just going silent on you guys.
Do you have a recommendation for supplies for beginning artists?
Honestly, the supplies really, when it comes down to it, the supplies really don't matter that much. You can definitely, go to Michael's and get some different tools and sketchbooks and things, but honestly, if you just draw, any, you can see the pencil I'm using right now. It's just a super normal Papermate little pencil, little mechanical pencil. It's nothing fancy at all. And when it comes down to it, it's really just draw, and study, look at the world around you and people. And, if you have enough passion and desire to draw, then, it really doesn't matter too much what you're using.
Funko Fanatics for Life wanted to know if you had a hand in any of the Emerald City Comic Con exclusives for this year. Did you work on any of those?
Gosh, did I? I honestly don't remember.
I know it's a tricky question because a lot of the artists will work on projects, and then when it gets to our end, like the marketing and stuff, you have worked on it way in the past.
Right. Yeah.
So
And sometimes it's hard to even know like what's going to be part of what, and
or what's been announced. We wouldn't want you accidentally
That's it, yeah.
dropping anything.
1981 asks if you're an in-box or out-of-box collector.
I do a bit of both. I do tend to take them out, because then also I like to see the full figure. I like to see the sculpt that I myself worked on or coworker friends worked on, and but yeah, I'd say I'm a bit of both. I'm not like wanting to keep it in all the time, and we do stack them every now and then and whatnot. Yeah.
How big is your Funko collection?
I have quite a few. I'm actually trying to get it back under control because I have so much stuff that I have no room for.
I feel that. I know what that's about.
Yeah, the biggest thing is I just have no room. But
How
yeah.
many projects do you work on at a time?
At a time, usually we get together and have meetings and discuss like these are the projects that are coming in for this next month, and we chat about what we want to work on and who likes what. Because that's one thing we try to do is get everyone working on projects that they're really passionate about and enjoy. Because obviously that's where a lot of the the passion comes from. If we're all really liking what we're doing. But yeah, at a time can be 4, 5, depends. But we do try to work on only one project at a time and really put our best effort into just one when we can. But
Don't want to pressure you, but we're down to a little under 4 minutes on your sketch.
Okay.
So. Thomas Fiss asks, can we win the sketches today? Well, Thomas, that's exactly what we're doing. For each artist that we've brought up, we are taking suggestions from the chat, from all the channels, and whichever suggestion we take, that person who suggested it actually gets the sketch. So this one's already accounted for, but we'll have more artists on this afternoon. So feel free to hang around, make suggestions, and who knows, might be yours. I'm looking at our chat for more questions. Oh, someone asked, could we make these all digitally available too? So I think what we might do is share some photos of these sketches, or maybe even put them on TikTok. If you guys don't know, we have a TikTok channel now, so that you can take a look at them before we send them out to the winners.
I definitely do a lot of digital drawing now, but I definitely try to do as much traditional drawing as well when I can, especially if I'm just like at home hanging out and you just open up a sketchbook. But yeah, so I went to art college actually. I went to Ringling College of Art and Design down in Florida and studied computer animation there. And so we definitely spent a lot of time studying the basics in traditional art, and drawing traditionally. But yeah, there's definitely something to be said that's very nice and useful when you do digital art. There's so many times I'd be like drawing traditionally, and it's like, oh, I messed up. Control Z, Control Z.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, wait, there's no.
The new eraser.
That's not a thing. Yeah.
We got some shout outs in the chat to your school, Ringling. One of our longtime fanatics, Julie, is going to school there right now.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely know where you are. That's, yeah, good luck to you. Ringling's an awesome school.
Lots of nice comments about your sketch. We got great sketch. Love how it's looking.
Saw a question about do you have a
Ooh.
Favorite movie?
or some favorite movies?
Gosh.
Or just do
Yeah. Yeah, like, let's see. I do really like How to Train Your Dragon. Like I said, I studied animation, so I do like a lot of the animation stuff like that. What else? Gosh. Lord of the Rings was always a really big one for me when I was younger. So yeah, I'd probably say Lord of the Rings is probably my biggest one in How to Train Your Dragon.
We're down to the 1 minute mark. Yeah, I can read it upside down too. The 1 minute mark, so no pressure, but we got to wrap it up here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Literally.
No problem.
I'll hold off on the questions for a minute. My favorite movie of all time, thanks for asking, Cameron, is The Shawshank Redemption. It's the
Really?
best movie ever made, hands down. I do love the Fast and Furious films. Tokyo Drift comes in that top 10.
Like, when
Yep.
he was joking about Shawshank, I was like, no.
Did that blow your mind a little?
Tokyo Drift, good.
Number,
I know, I thought I was queuing him up for that.
no, number 2, Back to the Future.
Okay.
That was my favorite until the day I saw Shawshank, and I was like, well, it happened.
Never mind.
So where is the Fast and Furious franchise ranked? Like, is it in the top 3?
Where do the Fast and Furious movies
Your
fall
top- your-
in my ranking overall?
The all-encompassing.
Got to be in the top 10, easily. With Tokyo Drift at the top of that
Of
list.
that.
Yes. Yeah, we have a rule at our house when Shawshank Redemption is on, which it's on pretty much all the time. If you come across it, remote down, finish the film. That's same thing with The Matrix. You got to finish it. Super bad, you got to finish it. Although for that one, I prefer if it's on, I want to see the full, unedited version. I'll go pop in the DVD or Blu-ray and.
What's your list of
My list of, yeah, Back to the Future,
Fast and
Yeah.
Furious.
Matrix. You got to finish all of those. You can't turn away from that. Come on, that's just crazy.
I'm surprised Monsters Inc. has not been
Oh.
mentioned.
Well, there's a whole other list we got to
Yeah,
go down. Yeah,
okay.
if you're talking Pixar films, I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Yeah, that's up there for sure. Wall-E, Monsters Inc.
Yep.
Just rewatched Monsters U recently for the first time. I think we've gone like 7 minutes over the minute. See what y'all
Sorry.
did? See what y'all
Yeah.
did? No, you're doing fine. It was me that was rambling on. Yeah, so many films. I could talk movies all day long.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love this. Are we zoomed in right now? Everybody getting the final touches?
Sully, what's your favorite Emerald City exclusive?
I really like that Funko HQ Pop Town. I
That
think
is really fun.
wow. Is the only word I have for that.
I feel like we all need to get one.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Everywhere.
I hope we had made some extra for the employees. We're gonna have a battle on.
Right.
Well,
Well, it's kind of like when Bob Ross came out and everyone wanted a Bob Ross, so there's just Bob Ross pops everywhere.
They're calling you a Shade Master.
the Shade Master.
The Shade Master.
Oh,
Yeah,
that looks
I kind
awesome.
of ran out of time to use any sort of Sharpie that like Ellie did, but
I think it looks
just
great.
kinda messing around with that.
And our winner on this one again was Matrix Man 92. Is that what it was?
Yep, you were correct.
Wow, I can't believe I remembered that. Matrix really helped. That just came up. So Matrix Man 92, don't forget to follow his instructions if you hadn't already. In a second, Ryan, hopefully, he's already done it. He signed it for you.
Yeah.
So we will we'll pop
ahead.
that in the mail here in a couple of weeks. Just make sure you get your info to us. That is awesome, man.
Yeah. All right.
And as Ryan finishes up here, everybody give some applause in the chat for his hard work and taking the time to do this for us. And then when he steps out, we'll transition over to another artist. So just give us a couple of minutes to get everything reset up and get ready for you. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
Thanks,
stuff.
guys.
We're good. Welcome back, Fanatics. Sully here at Funko HQ, and I am joined by
Adam Wolf.
Adam. Adam is one of our artists here at Funko, and what do you do on the art team, Adam?
I'm a sculptor.
All right, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. What does that mean exactly?
Basically, we get the concepts from the concept artists, and then we do a 3D sculpt that gets made into the final product.
And these are a couple of the projects you've worked
Yeah,
on?
these are a couple of my faves. I unfortunately just took so many of my pops home that I only had a couple to pick from, but thankfully a couple of my faves were still on my desk, so.
I love that Homer and Moo Moo.
Homer and the Moo Moo is my favorite, and Sasquatches, especially Rainbow Sasquatch, I love them.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Thank you.
And I think that was a Hot Topic exclusive pop, right? Did you get to work on that
I
project?
did not, but Phil did amazing.
All right,
so.
shout out to Phil. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look to the chat here in just a minute to see if you guys have any suggestions on what we'll be drawing. And you had a fandom that you mentioned before we came on.
I'm super into Star Trek, especially TNG, DS9, and into Picard right now.
Awesome. So if any of you guys are Star Trek fans, let's see those suggestions in the chat. I think that'd be a good route. We've done some Star Wars, we've done some anime, we've seen Freddy as Link. We've done all kinds of fun things so far, but we haven't got into the Star Trek universe. Personally, I'm a big fan as well. I loved Enterprise and Discovery an awful lot, probably more than I should.
I got to work on the recently announced Discovery Pops, and those were very fun to work on.
Yeah, that was great. We saw one of them at Toy Fair at least.
Oh, really?
Was the tall alien guy?
Saru, yeah.
Saru, so awesome.
Doug Jones, amazing.
Oh, he's amazing at everything.
Amazing.
Do we have any? You see anything good in there? I see.
There's got to be some Star Trek fans.
Freddy Spock.
Freddy Spock.
Could you do that?
I can do that. Yeah.
Awesome. So our winner, Corn Dog 1981, wanted Freddy Spock, and it's going to happen. So Corn Dog 1981 on Mixer, I believe that's where we're looking. Ashley's going to send you a whisper, which gives you instructions on how to claim your prize. Don't forget the W. The dub. Not that dub. Yep. There you go.
Freddy Spock. All right.
And we'll let you get started a little bit before we fire questions.
All right.
But
yeah, TOS is actually one of the few, I hate to admit this, it's one of the few series that I haven't really gotten into. Have watched a few of them, but not many.
We've had a few iterations of Spock over the years.
Yeah,
I kind of
that's
like
true.
the way they approached it with Discovery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Spock with a beard.
I really like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek where they brought back the OG, spoiler alert, where they brought back the OG Spock and the new Spock from Zachary Quinto. I think they did an amazing job with that. Yeah. How dare you? That movie's been out for 4 years. I'm sorry. And yeah, in this economy?
This virtual economy?
Hey, 11 Owls, no worries. We do have some strong filters on there to keep everything in check, but if you get banned for a couple of minutes, it's not permanent. Corn Dog doing it right. Yeah. All right. Let's see. We're looking for some good questions in the chat. So if you guys have anything for us today, drop it in there.
Do all artists need to know how to draw Freddy?
You see so much Freddy at HQ. I think you just kind of get a permanent, you fall asleep at night and on the back of your eyelids you just see Freddy. So I don't know if it's mandatory. I think it just ends up happening regardless of.
Pineapple on pizza.
Oh boy. So
There it is.
so I'm not opposed, though I will say I think the only reason that pineapple on pizza isn't my fave is because I'm not big on warm fruit.
That's part of the discussion.
I think sweet on savory is a great combo, but warm pineapple is just like not my thing.
Someone asked what your favorite Star Trek character is, Adam.
Oh my god. I'm a huge DS9 fan. So I love Cisco. I love Jadzia Dax, and I especially love Garrick and Bashir, but I would say that my all-time favorite Star Trek character is probably Data.
Oh, nice.
What was the most challenging pop that you worked on?
Oh man. I did the the Battle Angel Alita movie pops, and they were very complex. And it was also one of my very early projects, so I didn't have a ton of sculpting experience because when I started here, I was actually a rendering artist, so that was a big step for me.
Oh, are you enjoying the first season of Picard? Someone asked.
I am enjoying the first season of Picard. My husband and I try to catch it usually the day after it airs, and we are very much enjoying seeing some of our favorite characters come back.
I really like how they've done that.
Yeah, I loved getting to see Hugh again,
Yeah.
especially. Spoilers, I guess, if you're not watching it. I was very excited that it was the same actor coming back to do it. So.
Yeah, they've given us, each episode's had a little something to reference back to,
Yep.
old series, and I think they've done a really good job. It'll be interesting to see how at the end of the season if they bring them all together like they did in Mandalorian. I really like that. You got this little introduction of all these characters and then brought them into the fold at the end. Oh, we got a question from Kyle Powers in the audience.
Have you worked on any of the other Simpsons pops?
I have worked on pretty much all of the current Simpsons pops. So not the very first wave, but
Millhouse has your name on it?
yes, the Millhouse exclusive is one that I worked on.
Chase Powers.
The Treehouse line, that was very
those are
fun.
great.
Yeah,
I had a
Favorite ghost song?
I really like Cerise, and I really like Goulet, Zombie Queen. Good stuff. Yeah,
that song is,
yeah, that's one of the big things is they're extremely catchy. I have to admit that I didn't like them when I first listened to them because they were not what I expected that they were going to sound like. And then I knew so many people that liked them that I just started listening to them while I was playing Bloodborne, and then ended up really liking them.
We're getting a lot of shout outs in the chat to the Simpsons pops. Now people really love the Treehouse of Horror line.
Those have been some of my favorite projects of all time to work on. They were very fun.
Public Class would like to know, what is your favorite pop line?
My favorite pop line. Oh man. Can I be biased and say that the Friends line that I worked on is one of my favorites?
Series 1 or 2?
Series 2. The
Hard-hitting question.
the one
I just wanted to make sure.
the one with the one with Joey and all the clothes. That's
The best.
that's one of my favorites.
I did the exact opposite.
Yeah, I really that made me very nostalgic because I grew up watching Friends, so it was really fun to, a lot of the projects that you end up working on here are like stuff that when you were a kid would have been like childhood dreams to work on. So like Simpsons, Friends, Star Trek stuff, that's all like, oh my God, to think like if I could talk to child me and say, hey, someday you're gonna work on Star Trek stuff, I would have been like, what?
Gifable moment. Yeah, we've heard that from almost every artist that's been up today, that Funko allows you the opportunity to work on things that you're passionate about. And I think that comes through in the figures, because unless you're a real fan, it's hard to bring those little nuances, the details out, but you guys nail it repeatedly.
Especially when they're so small. They're little bodies, very tiny, and you just want to get as much detail in them as you can. And
How long
sometimes
does it take to sculpt the pop generally?
that really depends. It depends on the complexity of it. If it's just Homer and a Moo-Moo, maybe it takes 2 days, but like Sasquatch took quite a long time because you have to sculpt all of his hair and things like that. So, and then it also comes back to like, do you have revision time and stuff like that? Because, you you don't always nail it out of the park the first time you do it. It comes back from the licensor, and you got to do a little bit more on it. So it can really vary. Sometimes stuff takes a day, sometimes stuff takes a week.
Yeah, I think that's one part of the back end, the behind the scenes that a lot of fans don't know is the back and forth, the collaboration with the licensors.
Yep.
So your vision may not be what their vision was, but you got to find a way to meet in the middle.
Yep. It's always really actually kind of exciting to get the like email back from the licensor, because you're like, oh man, are we going to be approved right out of the gate, or am I going to have to, go back and do a bunch of revisions? I have a project I can't talk about other than I got an email today that it was approved on the first pass, and that was great.
Oh, nice.
So excited.
That's time back in the bank. You can work on another project.
Exactly. I immediately thought, oh good, this gives me more time to work on my other stuff.
Yeah, because you guys are incredibly busy. I mean, fans saw how many new things that we announced at Toy Fair this year, more than ever, and that just represents like really the first quarter of the year. How many different pops in a month would you just say that you design? Just a ballpark.
Gosh. Again, it like really depends on the complexity of what your project is going to be. So sometimes you might have to dedicate a month to just one project or one. It also depends on how many other sculptors are working on something with you, because like I can from experience say that the second Friends line, I was the only sculptor on that. So that took about 2 weeks to do all seven of them. I think there was 7 of them.
7.
But then, some of the other big projects you work on with a bunch of other sculptors, and it really takes the time down.
No pressure on your drawing there, Adam, but we're down to about 5 minutes
All right.
left. Just wanted to give you an update. A little comment I just saw on Twitch, DT Kodak said, took the day off work, got all my ECC exclusives in my pajamas. What a great day. So, Funko Virtual Con going well.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So I've been very excited about what we've been able to pull together in the final hours here. And I know today didn't go off without a hitch, but I think ultimately we made a lot of fans very happy. And then tomorrow, 7 a.m., 7. Everything that we'll be selling online will go on sale. If you have questions about that, which I know many of you do, be sure to check out that Everything You Need to Know About Funko Virtual Con blog post on Funko.com. Chances are your questions are answered right in there. And then a couple of points of clarification. Funko HQ is the building here. Funko Shop is the online shop. And Funko Hollywood is the store in Los Angeles. If you know those 3 things, I think it all pulls it all together and makes it a lot easier to understand. I'm looking for, somebody made a shout out to Kenny Powers there with Eastbound and Down. That'd be awesome.
About how many artists do we have at Funko?
Oh man.
A plethora.
I think we have like.
Do we have to take over any building?
Yeah, I think we have like 80 artists, maybe more. I honestly, I'm trying to think of how many people are on my email list. I think it's around 80.
Okay.
One of the fans, Jedi, says, sketch looks incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like getting the opportunity to do some traditional art every once in a while, because sometimes the digital stuff can get annoying, because computers are like that.
After a day of working on Funko projects, do you still go home and work on your own personal art projects?
I really try to.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really try to. I really enjoy doing traditional like clay sculpture, and I haven't unfortunately had the opportunity to do too much of it since I graduated from DigiPen, but I would love to someday get back into it, because there's something really nice about using real clay in your hands as opposed to, digital clay. As nice as it is to not have to clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
When you're sculpting digitally.
Can you imagine doing all this without the computers these days?
I mean, that's how we used to do it. A lot of the very old Funko products are hand sculpted. So if you've got an old one, you've got something that somebody made out of clay.
What if there's a video floating around somewhere that somebody took back when they were doing that? Because that was pre-cell phone in your pocket with good camera capabilities. We're down to about 1 minute left.
Oh boy.
Yep. Sorry to pressure you.
Let me get these pants on really quick.
And then once.
Get his pants on. Oh, Spock, you need your pants.
People are asking about your tattoo.
Which one? This is the one on my right arm. Is the cover from the Muse album, Origin of Symmetry, and the tattoo on my left arm, which I don't know if anybody can see, says "Life on other planets is difficult," which is a lyric from my favorite band, Einstürzende Neubauten.
Wow, I could not say that.
Yeah.
A German band?
Yes.
Oh.
Which hopefully, if all goes right, I will be seeing in October.
Knock on wood.
I have been knocking on wood pretty much every day in hopes, because they have not been to the U.S. for a tour since the early 2000s.
Oh, wow.
So I would be super bummed.
It's been a hot minute.
I think he has a little line on the bottom of his shirt here, but I can't remember. Somebody who knows more about Star Trek than me will probably correct me.
I mean, they had so many uniforms over the years, too.
They really did.
You might have accidentally stepped on the one that they did have. So you never know. I always like that about the new shows. You get to see all these different variations of those uniforms, and over the years there have been so many.
Yeah, I think the TNG era uniform is always my favorite. I love those black side panels. It's such an iconic look on the shirts. I really love that.
If you got hired on to work on the uniforms for a new show, is there a touch you would add that hasn't been done before? I know that's a big question, but
I mean, I've actually really liked all the new clothes that they've been doing in the Picard show, especially. I love seeing casual, like casual future clothes, which is also one of the things that I really liked about DS9 is that, Garrick was a tailor, so there was a lot of people walking around on the station with his
designs.
That's
awesome.
and I also really love the Ferengi clothes.
Oh, yeah.
They're always so great. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time, Adam. I'm going to show
Thank
this off to the
you.
camera, and applause all around. Freddie Spock. That is too cool. We're going to have a little transition time here. We'll mute for a few minutes while we bring on our next artist. So, guys, just hang out for us. Don't run away just yet. We'll be back with more.
bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
Adam. intermission here while we
So you
wait
get
for.
to see me.
And we brought Ashley on. You're welcome. And on to the next artist.
That's right.
Now we do have a little pause between artists, so we thought we'd take the opportunity to unbox a few more of the Emerald City Comic Con 2020 exclusives.
What do we got here?
You, I saw you grab that away. You know I have my handy dandy opener.
All right.
I saw people commenting.
I would just rip into it.
Yep. See, that's what we can't have. People were commenting earlier when
Okay.
Hillary was open, going, "This is really driving me insane." We got Toad here from X-Men. I will hand off to Ashley. We've got the zoom-in camera from the artist, so we're doing a little different than normal.
Right here. Is this good, Dima?
Pull it towards you a little bit. Right there.
There we
There.
go. I like how you're keeping the
The
child.
child is nearby, just for watching purposes. But here's Toad.
So I know.
Good.
I know Rogue and Gambit were two of the most requested figures that we had never done, but the Toad, pretty
Right here?
cool.
Yep, there we go.
It's got a
Right there. That is.
creepy old tongue.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like a
jumping position. He looks evil. I don't know anything about this character.
He looks like somebody that worked at medieval times escaped during a zombie
Yep.
outbreak.
Yep. That is
Yep.
on brand right there.
But a very cool figure. Great art as always.
Awesome sculpt. Let me just hold him.
Yeah.
Let me just.
That works better.
Little baby.
And the child. Okay.
Every chance she gets to work the child.
Dima's
and
like
she does it.
no.
I think let's stick with the X-Men theme.
Yeah. There you go.
On this next one, I'm bring out. I just mentioned it, but Gambit, probably one of our top 10 most requested
That's
figures
true.
of all time. And yes, we finally got the license to do it. So here is Gambit from X-Men. I will open that right on up.
All right,
Did you
all
see that
right.
little trick I just did? I don't know if you're aware of that.
You did. There's a way to unbox with a credit card of sorts.
Boxes.
Stand alert. Stand alert.
Stand alert and a minty fresh Gambit for
May
you.
I move Toad? And Gambit. Holding.
And this is the Emerald City Comic Con exclusive version. The main line, the regular one, we had at Toy Fair, and he's fanning out the cards in front of him. And it looks like a hot pink, like a flame.
Yeah.
But then you can see the cards.
Oh, that's right.
through
Those,
that.
those were really cool.
So cool.
He is holding, what is this called? A big pipe? A bow staff.
There you go.
Yep. And his coat has some wind movement to it.
I like you almost make it sound surgical.
Yeah.
Some wind movement.
Yep. And he is ready. Also, I've noticed that he has some gloves on, but they're only covering the 2 middle fingers.
That makes it aerodynamic for his card throwing.
Okay. Okay.
I have no idea.
I see what you're doing.
Grippage, says
Alright.
Kyle Powers. That is
Okay.
not my term.
I'm still holding.
You're still holding. All right.
Yep,
So,
okay.
I'm going to move on here to Dragon Ball Z Piccolo,
Mm-hmm.
all chrome, baby, in the green, because it is Emerald City Comic Con,
That
and we
is
like
correct.
the theme to the green
We sure do.
whenever possible. I don't even want to touch this one for fear of getting fingerprints on it.
Does that happen with the chrome?
Oh yeah, well you're about to do it right now. Way to go,
I'm
Ashley.
moving. Sorry. Fingerprints? No, I'm not
No?
seeing it.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
Just, yeah, not seeing it.
I did have a giant cinnamon roll for breakfast.
So you did. Nice and green, nice and shiny, and he's pointing.
So is the
so
child.
is the child, but Dima doesn't want me to bring the child back on.
They're pointing in different directions.
Right there. Is that better?
And then
This is really weird without the spinner, I must say. Is his ear still in there? Oh. That, fine.
bye-bye, baby.
Dima just takes away all the fun.
So there is Piccolo.
Okay.
And then finally, I really think Hillary should be out here for this one, but her favorite Emerald City Comic Con 2020 exclusive, Zatanna, which has also been often requested. I will.
She's got a nice pair of nets on her. Fish nets.
She does. Great.
Thank you. Don't turn away.
It's the second time I've blushed during a live today.
Okay.
Stand alert.
May I switch?
Switch away.
All right. She is there. There's a stand. She's got some sassy boots on. And
Oh, Ashley.
she's making magic, maybe? Is that?
Sassy Boots Zatanna.
She's got a nice top hat, little formal wear, some sparkly star earrings. Yeah.
Those are pretty nice.
Okay, shot.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Great.
So those are 4 more of the Emerald City Comic Con exclusives, some of which are shared. So be sure to refer to our blog. We've got a nice image on there that shows you where the shared exclusives are available in case you're hunting them down. Many will go on sale tomorrow. I know some may have already sold, but the majority should go on sale tomorrow, so keep an eye out for those. You just booped Zatanna. Was that in the close-up? I think
Sure
it's
was.
time for an afternoon nap.
Yep.
we
I've been
will
here
be-
since 5:30.
Oh, yeah, you beat me this morning to the office. Oh, Dima's,
Dima,
I think
just
we're getting
tell
a
me
note.
what I'm doing wrong.
He's telling Ashley walk away.
That's written backwards.
You're going to have to just say it.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's
Okay.
wrap it up. Okay.
You guys are
That
tired
was
of hearing
the
from
worst
us.
cue ever.
Yeah. You should just do this movement.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up, B. All right, so we're going to take a little pause. We are going to bring on some more artists here shortly. So hang around, and you might still have a chance to get one of those sketches by suggesting what should be drawn next.
That's right.
We'll see you in a few.
Stay tuned. We're good? Okay, welcome back. Sorry about the short break there, but we're actually going to wrap it up for today. We don't have any more artists, so stay tuned for more Funko Virtual Con coming tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Nerds Unite.